The Hyundai Kona Electric felt like one of the first of a new wave of mainstream electric vehicles, bringing battery-powered motoring to the masses. Now, the Kona has been on sale for a little while now, and that means that plenty of them have filtered into the used area of the car buying market. It makes the Kona an even more appealing prospect than ever before. It's got a decent amount of range, it's got some cool tech inside, and I think actually it looks pretty cool as well. But what else do you need to know about this very practical and very user-friendly electric vehicle? Well, in this video, we're going to be finding out everything you need about the Kona Electric. One thing Hyundai knows how to do is to make solid feeling cabins, and that's definitely present inside the Kona. We've got plenty of buttons in a refreshing change to other electric vehicles on sale, and that makes the general user-friendliness of the car better. I've got steering wheel controls, I've got proper controls of the heating and ventilation, and some quick access buttons for the main infotainment system, which makes the whole thing much easier to use on the move. Again, with Hyundai, you get lots of standard equipment. This is a premium grade car, and I've got heated seats, I've got heated steering wheel, I've got air conditioning, I've got loads and loads of features for the price, which I think makes this car even more competitive. Switch to the rear seats, and space isn't too bad. This is quite a compact car, and annoyingly, because the Kona is designed from the start with hybrid, electric and petrol engines, you still get a transmission tunnel despite this being an electric vehicle, so the person in the middle isn't going to be as cozy as you might expect. Switch to the boot, and again, things aren't the best. It's 331 litres, which isn't very large, and that's smaller than on the hybrid or the petrol versions, which get a slightly bigger boot. If you're out for outright practicality, then I don't think the Kona is the best choice, but if you're just nipping around or if you're just doing trips to the shops, then I think there's going to be enough space on offer. I always felt like the Hyundai Kona was one of the first cars to show that electric vehicles didn't need to be really expensive and super premium. The Kona was a car for everyone really, and because it was originally engineered with a variety of powertrains, not just electric, you get it with hybrid and with petrol, the interior and the driving experience is very familiar, even in this battery-powered version. So if you're making the switch from an electric car, the Hyundai Kona is going to feel nice and user-friendly. I've got buttons to start it, I've got a normal set of dials, I've got some nice physical controls down the middle, and all in, it feels like a car which happens to be electric rather than an electric car out and out. Now you can get the Kona in two different battery sizes. We're driving the bigger 64 kilowatt hour version, and when new, that would give you a range of around 300 miles. Now, I've got nearly a full charge, and it's showing 260, which I'd say is pretty good. I don't know what this car's been driving like previously, because they always tend to adjust the range readout depending on how it's being driven, but theoretically that's going to give you a nice 260, 270 mile range, which I'd say is pretty good given the lower running costs, and that's actually a decent amount of distance really. A full charge is going to be completed overnight if you're plugging it into a home wall box, and if you're able to do that, then you're going to take advantage of some super low electricity rates, which are going to make this rather budget focused. Actually, budget focused is wrong. Not budget focused. This rather efficiency focused car even cheaper to run. The driving experience in the Kona is pretty good actually. It's relatively quiet, though there's quite a lot of road noise coming through. And actually the performance that you get from the electric motors is more than adequate enough. Against the standard petrol or hybrid Konas, this electric version feels noticeably quicker. And that's great if you're nipping in and out of traffic, or if you just like going a little bit more quickly, I suppose. Of course, when you're buying a used version of these cars, you are dealing with fewer mechanical parts, so you don't have to worry about the engine, about oil. Still have to worry about coolant sometimes with electric cars, but it does mean that you do have to watch out for all the other components, and particularly in an electric car, because they're so quiet, any issues are going to be quite easy to notice. So still be watching out for juddering brakes, discs that are a little bit warped perhaps, steering which feels loose and baggy. Thankfully this car doesn't feel that way. I really like the Hyundai Kona Electric. As a used buy, it's pretty hard to turn down actually. It's got a decent amount of range, it's got loads of equipment inside, and it's small and practical enough to be used on a day-to-day basis. I do think that its boot space and rear seat space let the side down somewhat, but its overall build quality and the level of tech that you get for the money is quite compelling. It's a great electric vehicle for people who are making their first jump into EVs too, simply because all of the switchgear and the bits you interact with feel very familiar. They're just like a regular petrol or diesel car. So for those who are new to the life of plug-in power, the Hyundai Kona could well be worth checking out. The good thing is that since it's migrated into the used market, the Kona Electric is even more accessible price-wise than ever before. And the even better news is that you'll find plenty of examples available on Cazoo today.